Okay, got it there.
There we go. All right, guys. Again, welcome for today's discussion, guys. We are live again. I know you guys were waiting and we kind of ran late, but once again, it's a good day, and we will be having a good information. So, as I told you guys, we will try our best to bring you information, especially from people who have gone through these processes that we are discussing. And so again, we are privileged, and we have a guest who will be taking us through. So you don't really need want to miss this information, because most of the things that you guys have been asking me will be discussed today. So share, invite friends, remind them that we are live. I know we are behind, but yeah, guys, in fact, tell friends, tell a friend, tell a family. This information is important, and you don't need to miss. You don't need to miss. So, yes, guys, I see two people in the house right now, but I know you guys will tell your friends also in our audience. Christian Lay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for so much for joining. Yes, guys, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend that we are live. Tell a friend that we are live. We want to also thank you guys for always uh, coming and always be available and ready to, receive this information. Jeff Lloyd Divers, thank you so much. I see you. You say hello to you. Once again, it's another day. It's another moment of good and important information. So I want to allow you guys and also other people to join before we let our guest to introduce himself, because I don't want to introduce himself and then people will be also like joining and asking who is our guest and all that. So guys, yeah, tell your friends. We will be discussing important information today, and especially green card lottery is coming up in the next 2 months. It should be opening October, so we want to kind of talk through and prepare you guys for what you need, and also what information you expect, throughout the process. And also you will be privileged to ask questions, and your questions will be answered, because our case today went through the process. So if he was able to go through successfully, I'm very sure all questions that you guys have been asking will be answered today. Thank you so much, Posi Kipensi. Hello, say hello, and I say hello. So I'm drinking my tea. It's hot, but always I need to wake up my brain. Where's everyone? Where's Pen? Where's Bob? Where's Kevin? Uh, yeah, tell them that we're live. Tell them that we are live. I didn't bring my phone, but I should be fine. Confo, thank you so much. You say hey everyone. Hey, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Let's spread the word, guys. Let's spread the word. Don't be late. Don't be late, because our guest is about to start going through this process, and you don't want to miss any of this information, because this might be your day to write down everything that you need, and also start putting into actions. All right, how are you guys doing? How was your week? I know also about the weekend. It's almost halfway for you guys. So as we just started, we are halfway, the first day of the weekend. Paple Mami, thank you so much. Say hello, my good people. Thank you so much for joining. How have you been doing? How have you been doing? Yeah, guys. So prepare any questions that you might be having as far as a green card application and process. Our case today will be going step by step on everything that he did. and they'll how he applied and everything that it takes for you to be able to apply and go through. Wesley Maritim, thank you so much. I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Say hello, everyone, and I say hello. Yeah, guys. So share. Remind if someone is sleeping, make sure you remind them that we are live and we are also about to discuss this important topic. I'm very sure you see the topic for today. We'll be discussing in our case. I've been talking and I told you guys I will introduce you to some of these things, but I will try my best to bring people who actually came through the program so that they can do better than how I am doing, because I might skip some of the things. But yeah, so I think when we have like around 10 people, we should be able to start. So I don't see Bob, I don't see Benan Mutai, I don't see Kevin, I don't see Kipkoske, Brenda. All right, Kim Boy, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yeah, one person, and then we will be able to start our discussion. One person, and we'll be able to start our discussion. But make sure you have a pen if you want to write anything so that you don't forget. Because come October, which is in 2 months, you will be applying for those green cards. You'll be trying your lot, and you don't want to miss. So this is I will say this is one of the crucial and important topic that we will be discussing today. One person, any, where is everyone? All right. Okay. Any questions before we continue? Anyone has any question? Very good, Mkubwa. Great topic. Yeah, it's so great. It's very great because it's coming up. It's coming up October. I know, like they will open up green card application lottery, and we're trying to prepare people and give this information, because you don't want to be asking information when you should be applying. So that is why we try to stay uh, on top of this. Okay, I think we're going to start, and then other people will join us as we go, and other people will watch after we end the live. We always post this, so if you will miss part of this session, feel free to go and visit and start. Okay, without a further ado, let me welcome our guest to introduce himself and take us through.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you all. Let me start by introducing myself. I'm Evans. I was lucky. I will not say lucky. I will say I was blessed. I got selected for the DV lottery in the year 2020. So for the 2020, I came in the year 2021. As you all know, that time was a bit hard. There was COVID, there was travel bans, there was the executive order, which that time the president was Donald Trump, which had put in place. So for me, it was a bit difficult, but by the grace of God, I was able to come through. So by saying that, the DV lottery, the first thing is like the first step is the entry, is when you apply the application, you submit your entry. And by submitting your entry, what do I mean? It entails that the picture, because most errors which people do, they Photoshop, or they try to take pictures with their phone, they snap themselves. I mean, sometimes if you are lucky, but the chances, the probability, it's like 0 or 0.5, because they want a clear photo with a white background. So what I normally recommend people, kindly go to a cyber cafe, get yourself a good picture, groom yourself, look presentable, then take the picture. If I'm not wrong, the specifications I think is 2 by 2,
Pixels
maybe.
or
Though
inches?
the size,
Inches or is it they say
the
inches or
inches, yeah,
okay, two
inches,
by
yeah,
two inches.
two
Okay.
by two.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the things which like they check before you get selected. The size of your picture and the clarity, like your facial features must be seen, like your ears, your eyes, like proper picture.
So if you have like air, you have to really dive down.
Yes, like
They need
just
to
be your
see the
normal self.
ears and everything.
Yes, everything must be visible.
Okay.
And most of the pictures, if I'm maybe if you wear specs like glasses, I think you have to take them out so that you look like your proper self,
Natural. So they
natural
need your
self.
natural self. Okay.
Yes.
You hear that, guys? So you have to be natural when you are taking that picture because that is what they want to see.
To verify.
They don't want they cannot verify if you are wearing like glasses or any other.
Or if you have, maybe if you have jewelry, you have nose ring, just be your proper self.
Okay.
Don't do extra things on your picture.
Mm-hmm.
Then on that, the other thing which is important on your entry is because you have to put your details like your school, your name. Make sure your name is exactly how it reads on your passport or on your birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you have a spouse, if you have children, make sure all the entries of their names and their particulars, everything is correct, because those are the things which like rule people out, because you can put the wrong information. Then when you go to the interview, when they verify your documents, you are the entry, the name which you said, and the name which is on your legal government document is different. So it's like you're two different people. So that disqualifies you. So your names must be correct. The way it is reading on your birth certificate, that's how it should be. Then the other thing is your name. Make sure you have your documents. Don't say you're married, and then when you go to, don't say you're not married, and when you go to the interview, you are married.
Become married.
That's what people do, and then you get disqualified, because that is like you're trying to cheat the system.
You lie.
Yes, because it makes it more difficult, because most people like they pay people. Because you've won the DV lottery, I'll pay you something so that you can be on your document. That is a no-go. That is risking your chances of being selected. You have won the DV lottery. There's two things: being selected and winning. Being selected is the first process.
Okay.
It's like notifying you that you've been selected. So after that, you have to follow the steps.
Yeah.
And the steps is first, when you get the notification from the government, I think it's NCC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
USIS.
USCIS.
Yeah.
Yes. If you get the notification from them, then there's a form you have to fill, the DS-260. When you're filling the document, the DS-260, that's when the information which you transferred from like the previous, the first entry, most of the details you transfer to that DS-260.
Okay.
You put your home of record, you put your spouse name, you put your address, you put also your what else? Your level of education. Because you have to know this. If you have not completed like Form 4, automatically you'll be disqualified.
Okay.
They need somebody from like the minimum
It's Form 4.
is Form 4.
What about like if you are work experience? You also put.
Yes,
Okay.
that is an added advantage.
Okay.
Because in my case, like when I applied for the DV lottery, I was living and working in Dubai.
Okay.
So that is like an added advantage.
Okay.
Because when you are applying for the DV lottery, there's a form which you fill. It's called I-134. That is for proving like for your host.
Yeah.
Because for the DS260, also you must have the address of your host,
Mm-hmm.
the person who you are coming to
Mm-hmm.
in the States.
Yeah.
So that person also you must be in contact with them. In case the government contacts them, they know
Yeah.
that the person who's hosting you, they also know you. And the person who hosts you, mostly I prefer telling people that that person should have like a stable
Okay.
not stable income,
Mm-hmm.
in good status, because some people
Oh.
they don't have like legal status in the States.
Okay.
Maybe they are students.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have somebody who's like a permanent resident,
Was already at least established.
settled here, and
Mm-hmm.
his thing is going on. So
Mm-hmm.
those are the basics.
Yeah.
And if you get them right, all your documents are straight, you'll be good to go.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, guys. Hopefully you are making down and taking some notes, because those are so very important information. And as you have heard, and also that is also something that I've heard from many people, especially the picture.
Yes.
That's a big thing that it get a lot of people disqualified. So
Yes.
make sure when you take that picture, read the instructions.
Mhm.
Uh, Make sure you also go to someone at least who have done it before, because
Yes.
someone can just start a shop, like Photoshop,
Yes.
and they haven't done, they don't know exactly what they are
Yes.
doing. So
The
I
expectation.
recommend you going to someone, or at least a shop that has done it before, and at least some people have gone through, which they took the picture from that.
Yes.
And again, make sure you are natural as possible. Make sure like if there is anything that you wear, like the jewelry, or like glasses and all that. Make sure when you are taking that picture, make sure you take that off. That
Mhm.
way you have exactly your own self.
Yes.
And also again, is the information. Make sure your
Yes.
information is matching.
Mhm.
Make sure you
Correct.
don't make sure you don't add the
Unnecessary.
information that you
Mhm.
didn't have when you apply.
Yes.
Continue. Thank you.
Yes.
Make sure you take notes, guys, and thank you for those who have joined. I see you, Amber. Thank you so much, Vivian Jepchichi. Thank you so much, Maritim Wesley. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys. So we are discussing this important topic, and make sure you take notes. Make sure you really pay close attention, so that you get all this information from the horse's mouth. Thank you.
Yes. Mhm.
Mhm.
So after that, I talked about the form I-134.
Mhm.
That form, for me, mostly people they say it's a must to have it,
Okay.
but it depends if you can also sponsor yourself. For me, I didn't have to use it
Mhm.
because when I was working, I was able to save, and I had a little bit of property back home.
Mhm.
So what you can do with that, your property, like by saying property, I mean like if you have a title deed, if you have a vehicle, if you have your logbook, and if you have a house, you can go with the title. And when you go to the interview, you can show it to the consular officer.
Mhm.
And when they ask you, where's the I-134? You tell them, for me, I'll be sponsoring myself.
Okay.
And that shows that you're a person of high capability, like you can host yourself,
Mhm.
you're ready to support yourself. And
Mhm.
that reads so well with the consular officer, because most people who come to the States, they are like, I don't have anything,
Mhm.
I just have my qualifications. You
Yeah.
don't have any travel history,
Mhm.
maybe you've never been outside Kenya. So you prove the documents, you show them,
Mhm.
and then you tell them, with this title deed which I've shown you, I will liquidate.
Mhm.
By liquidating, I mean you can sell it or you can lease it
Mhm.
and get money out of the properties.
Yeah.
So that money which you'll be getting from that property, or the car which you will sell, which you've proven you have a logbook,
Mhm.
that money which you got, you'll use it to like sponsor your travel, your upkeep,
Mhm.
and your stay.
Mhm.
So when you show that, the consular officer will be very, very happy with you. They'll be like, you are ready. and you are good to go. So that is another way of going, because some other people it takes too long, because your host maybe they are busy,
Yeah.
maybe they are on the road, because I won't lie, America is a busy lifestyle. People are always busy. So somebody getting time to sit down and draft that letter, it takes time. But if they can do it, that is good for you. But if they cannot have time to do it, you can also use your property, your logbook, your house, but make sure don't sell it before you get the visa. That is one mistake which people do.
Yeah.
They see they have been selected, they get overexcited, they start selling their properties, and then something bad happens. Maybe you get denied the visa, so you start from scratch. So it's not a good advice to tell people to sell their properties. Just come with your documents, prove them, and make sure the documents are original. Nothing should be copied. If it's your title deed, it's original. If it's your birth certificate, it's original. If it's your high school credential, it must be original, because they verify the seal and the stamp, everything. If something looks like it's not original, they put your case on administrative, there's this name they say, and it delays your
administrative
process.
Yeah.
Yes. So instead of getting the visa that day, they tell you give us like 2 or 3 weeks to verify your certificates, and that is like wasting your time, and maybe you don't have time on your side. So make sure everything is correct and original when submitting. That is, I jumped a bit. That is when you are on your interview.
Okay. Yeah. El Wesley Maritim, you say you say minimum qualification is Form 4, but it requires a grade. So basically, when they say Form 4, that means you have to have finished and have a diploma, right? Or KCSE.
KCSE.
Yeah. So you should have already finished Form 4 and have your KCSE certificate that is now approved that you have completed like you have met the minimum requirement, which is equivalent to a diploma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So again, something that and guys, that's why I told you I will bring people who have gone through the process, because they have this other information that I might have skipped. Because as you can see, as you can hear, you don't really have to have a host. It's recommended and highly suggested you have a host. But if you can sponsor yourself, if you have property, or you have business, or you have money that will prove that you can sponsor yourself, and then you don't really need a host.
A host.
Yes. So
No,
those are
you
some
need-
of the some of the things that we want to clear.
Yeah.
That way, if you run into a situation you don't have a host, but you are capable of sponsoring yourself.
No, let me correct you.
Mhm.
For the application,
Yeah.
you need a host, like
Okay.
the address.
Okay, for application.
For where you're going, that will be like your home of record.
Yeah.
Because where you're going,
Mhm.
like for the port of entry,
Yeah.
there's a envelope they give you at the embassy when you get approved.
Yeah.
There's a yellow document they give you
Mhm.
that has everything,
Yeah.
like the processes, the home of record, the name of your host, and where they live.
Yeah.
So for the application and for the DV lottery, you must have a sponsor's home of address and their name. And like for my case, at my interview, they asked me questions like, so what is your relationship with your host? You say, for me, it was my cousin. I said it was my cousin. So what does she do? She's a nurse.
Yeah.
Okay. Where does she live? She lives this and this address.
Yeah.
So when was the last time you talked? I was like 1 week ago.
Yeah.
Does she have a family? Is she married? Does she have kids? Just to verify,
To make sure
if
you really
you know
the
the person who you are going to. Yes,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, she's married.
Yeah.
He has 3 kids.
Yeah.
That's it. That's like verifying
Yeah.
where you are going. You know where you're going,
Wow, that's very important information.
because
Guys.
they throw that question on you, and if you don't know what is going on, because they have the system. they are checking.
Yeah.
The consular officer, even they don't look at you.
Yeah.
They are busy typing.
Yeah. So
When they
are
ask you
checking.
questions, they are checking.
Mhm.
So they ask you, what is the name of your sponsor? So and so.
Yeah.
Is she married? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Does she have kids? Yes. If you say something wrong, that's when they turn and look at you.
Mhm.
Then they ask you more questions, and
Yeah.
it makes the process more difficult and long,
Yeah.
because you have to prove yourself now, and that's what we don't want.
Mhm.
You have to like prep yourself,
Yeah.
have a conversation with the host.
Mhm.
Maybe sometimes you come to the States, even the host, you've never met them,
Yeah.
because maybe you don't have anybody in the States.
Yeah.
Just give them a call, talk to them. Hey, are you married? What do you do?
Mhm.
What is your job? Do you have kids?
Mhm.
Make sure you know the address,
Yeah.
and that will be good.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's really very important
Yeah, that's
information.
very, yeah.
I didn't even know like they really ask you that much questions.
Yeah, they must ask you. And another important thing,
Mm-hmm.
when you get selected, there's the process where after being selected, when you get the second letter,
Yeah.
which you are about to get your appointment for the interview, they send you another letter for your medicals.
Mm-hmm.
For the medicals,
Mm-hmm.
there are some things which disqualifies you.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing which can disqualify you is if you have TB, tuberculosis, because they'll give you a scan, they'll do your scan,
Mm-hmm.
and if you have TB, unfortunately they'll tell you have to wait, like, because TB it gets like
9 months.
Yeah, to be treated.
Yeah.
So they tell you go do the treatment for the 9 months. After the 9 months, you come back for your visa, and most probably the time
will be over.
will be over.
Yeah.
So make sure if you are planning to do this, make sure you check your status.
Yeah.
The thing which I noticed for HIV, they don't stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
If you have HIV,
Yeah.
you still get the visa,
Yeah.
because now they don't want to stereotype people, like, because you have HIV, they disqualify you. No, they don't do that.
Yeah. Continue. Let me grab water.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, you good. I'll go on.
Okay, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm getting my water. You know, I always drink water.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So, and the thing also, I would like to advise people, when you get selected, the best thing you can do to save yourself and the application, the DS-260, make sure you don't waste time filling that form. Oh, she's saying Bona Sijibiwe. Who's this? Let me check. Okay. So for the DS-260, what you can do so that you can speed up your process and get your visa approved, because when you get selected, there's a thing called the number which you get. What's the name of the number? Because I'm trying to forget. Let me remember the confirmation number. For me, because the cutoff for the DV lottery is 50,000. I think 55,000. So if you are past that number, because you can be selected, but your number is like 80,000 or 90,000. So what does that mean? Your chances of being selected is a bit low compared to somebody who's like 1,000 or 5,000 or 20,000. For me, my case number was 34,000. So what I did is, when I got selected, immediately I made sure all my documents were in line. The other thing which I did, I made sure my DS-260 was filled on time, because the results, they come around May 7th. I think my application, I sent it around May 14th. That's when everything, I sent it to the NCSI, the guy, USCIS. I keep on forgetting that name.
Mm-hmm.
So when you submit your confirming your selection, it gives you a higher chance of being selected if you have a higher case number. If your case number is high and you take too much time filling and submitting the DS260, you make your chances of being called for an interview being slim. So maybe you can be 2,000, you take like 3 months submitting, and people are sending in their submissions. So it will take you too long to be called in for an interview, process your documents, and maybe if it reaches September 30th and you've not gotten your visa, your chance has gone. So that's what I advise people. Immediately you get selected, make sure you apply, you submit everything on your DS260, make sure everything is correct, your names, your certification, everything is intact, and it will be okay. Yes.
Yes, guys, I'm back with my water.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, make sure you take notes. Make sure you take this information seriously, because I know I talk a little bit about it, uh, but I feel like I had left some of the information, and that is why I saw it was best to bring our case, because he came through the process and he understands the process. And you've had yourself some of the things that I did not talk about last time. And that's why I'd say I will try my best to bring someone who will give you fast hand information. Let
Yes.
me see if we have questions here.
Mm.
All right. Mm, thank you guys again. Thank you for joining. Make sure you let your friend that we are live, and if you have any questions, just post and we will try our best to answer.
Look at
Uh,
the messages are gonna be taken. They're funny.
yeah. So yeah, make sure you asking those questions, because time is now. We don't really have my time, because come next month you should be already ready to roll. Uh,
Mm.
I don't know if you already mentioned about the passport and stuff like that.
Yes, I was coming to that.
Uh-huh.
So before applying for the DV lottery,
So for Celine, sorry, yeah,
yes.
Keon. So you said the submission is done online. Yes, everything is done online.
Mhm.
Everything is done online. Confirmation yangu ilikuwa sijui 800, sikupata 800
800,
what? You should have then, because 800, that is low.
that is so low.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe
you,
you did not follow up with.
yes, because most people they don't check their emails,
Yeah,
because that's the only way they contact you.
yeah.
The KCC, they never call anyone. They will never call you.
Yeah.
So you have to, the email address which you entered on the system, that is the only place you can be double checking the process
Yeah.
and verifying if any document is needed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, again, make sure you're checking the emails that you will use during the application process, because that is where all the information will be coming through. So as he said, they will not contact you through any other means except the email that you use during the application.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Uh, you said one must have a copy of a passport. Maybe in future to get a passport, we will try. It's not late to get your passport. You can get your passport really quick. You can get your passport within a month. So there is still time to get your passport.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that is one of the most important documents. Because when you get selected, you have to put your passport number
Yeah.
on the DS260. That is your traveling document. They need they won't ask for your ID, Kenyan ID number, no, because you are applying for an immigrant visa. So they need your passport number that will verify you. Because when you get selected and when you go to the interview, they'll ask for your passport when they are issuing you the visa.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll check your passport, they'll check the pages, the data page,
Yeah.
they'll check your face, they'll check the passport number. If
Yeah.
everything is correct, they take your passport, and then after like 5 business days,
Mm-hmm.
you'll go collect your passport from DHL.
Yeah.
You don't go to the embassy back to collect your passport with your visa. They'll send it to DHL and you go pick your
Pick it up.
passport. And when you get your passport and you've been issued your visa,
Mm-hmm.
you have to verify if the visa has your correct name
Mm-hmm.
and the correct visa type.
Yeah.
So that when you come to the States, when you are going through the point of entry, they don't stop you because maybe something is not reading correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, guys. So we will be discussing this as we also try to answer questions. That way, we are on the same page. So
They're asking
there is Vivian JPG, you saying there is a part talking about education which is not clear.
for education.
Mm-hmm.
What I normally tell people, don't lie on your
Mm-hmm.
DS 260.
Mm-hmm.
If you just finished Form 4, that is the minimum requirement, and
Mm-hmm.
that is
Enough.
more than enough
Yeah.
for you to be issued the visa.
Mm-hmm.
If you have if you have an associate degree, okay, place it there, but make sure you have your certificates.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a bachelor's,
Mm-hmm.
say,
Yeah.
but make sure you have your papers.
Yeah.
So the minimum requirement is a Form 4 certificate. That one for, I think, is KCSE.
KCSE.
Yes, that is the minimum.
Mhm.
If you have that, you're
You're
good
good.
to go.
Okay. And Michael P, you said the passport must be ready when filling DS 260. Exactly. So
Correct.
yeah, guys. And again, Michael B is going through this process currently, so he already know some of these things that we are talking about because he's already walking through this process. So that's why when we say these things, these are the things that we need to take advantage. And as I always tell you guys, connection and information is power. If you don't have that, it's very difficult for you to know what you are doing. But when you are connected, you can always ask, and you can always get information, and you can be guided to the right direction. Okay, Celine, Keon, you're saying, Celine, my friend, I'm apply passport 15 July in Metoka Thursday. So you see, guys,
Yes.
it's like what, less than a month.
Yeah, it's
And
possible.
I really, I'm impressed by people who are taking action. They're putting this information into action. And let us not sit, because you will see someone else working and applying and using this information, and they will be beneficiaries of this information. So don't be that person who just watch and listen. We are here to pass this information, and we try our best to bring you this information. So it's working. Western Maritime, to mean it can be applied anytime you want, or there is specific days of the month. So for the application for green card lottery, there is specified time. So it opens the first week of October through the first week of November. That is the window to apply.
Correct.
And then after that, they will close. And then now the results will be announced on May the following year. So
Yes.
all this information that we are talking about, they are time sensitive. So you got to stay on top of your, things that you are working on.
Yes.
Yeah, passport metoka within 7 to 14 business days. Thank you so much, because like these things we are talking here and we are saying, other people are applying, and they, like those are witness. We are not. It's not just we are saying and it doesn't happen. So you've seen already. Celine already has his passport within 2 weeks. That is impressive. And Michael Mutai left for
She has a
Kisumu
good
today.
question.
So
Lazima uko na passport when applying for green card.
yeah,
No.
No.
Previously, as what I thought, maybe I saw it somewhere, they said you must have a passport. But currently, as I know, they don't need a passport. But when you get selected,
yeah,
you must have a passport.
yeah. So for the first entry,
Entry,
you
yes.
don't need a passport.
Yes.
But now when you get selected, when filling the DS-260, that is now where you will put the
Passport number.
passport number.
Yes.
So, and that's why I encourage people, if you can, because you can be selected, right?
Right.
And then you don't have time to go and apply for passport. So I will say, actually, as soon as, or if you know you're going to apply for green card lottery, I suggest that you apply also for passport.
Yes.
Because it's better to have it in
It
hand.
will save you time.
Exactly.
A lot of time. Yes.
And then so yeah, Michael B, you say Muta left for Kisumu. So yes, he has arrived. He texted me this morning, and he has arrived in safe in Kisumu. Yeah, I was tracking. He had a fantastic time. And that's why, guys, I'm telling you, connection, connection, connection. You never know. So he will be here to share his story also, with us. And then Selena said, my West last time, Pope advised us to apply early. Exactly. You don't want to pay extra by applying expedited. But if you apply early, you can use like a minimum amount of money.
Yes.
But if you wait too late, and then you'll have to use a lot of money. Kiambu probably, but alilipia 4K Ikahara Kishwa. Yeah, so
it depends.
it depends. So
if you're willing to pay the 4,000, it's
exactly,
up to you.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever, whichever means you want to use, by all means. A nice discussion. And then to go to my so Mayo Shakis, I'm doing good. How about you, Michael? So advice to all parties. October is coming for 2025, guys. So
yes,
make use of this information in 2 months, and then we'll be rolling and applying. So don't locked out. So have this information and make sure you do all the necessary pre-arrangements before you actually like start applying. Celine, on education visa, if you are an undergraduate not yet done with the course, do one fit exactly on DS once when you will catch up with the remaining year in the college. So I will advise to write what you have a certificate in or a diploma in. Yeah. So if, let's say you have completed Form 4, right? You have your Form 4 certificate. That is good enough. Yes. Even if you are already in college, just have your, I will say, have your documents when you will be coming, but write the minimum
which you
that you have already. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Don't say anything which you don't have.
Yeah.
Because it will catch up with you. Because they'll ask you, you've mentioned this and that. Where's the document? Then you start explaining yourself. I'm still in the process.
Yeah.
That means you have not completed. So there's no point of you saying you have this certificate and you're still in the program.
Yeah.
But you can just say it like, you can shout it out. You can say, but I have my Form 4 certificate, but currently I'm on this program of which I'm still continuing doing it.
Exactly.
And it will be an added advantage. At least you're doing something for yourself. Yes.
Naomi Chepkoech, I'm a nurse. I had a huge chance for medical. Exactly. So there is agencies, and I think we talked about in the previous videos, and also we're working on bringing one of the people
he
who
said a good thing.
Yeah.
Michael B, the good conduct. Yes. Yeah. He has said something good. For the good conduct, for the good conduct, you must have a valid good conduct, not like something which has expired. If you're going for your interview on maybe June 15th, so your good conduct must be it should be like in the window of 6 months to expire. So it should be valid. Not like a good conduct which you've been having it for the past 8 months. It should be like you've been having it for the past, if it's more, maybe 4 months. It should be recent. And if you've lived abroad, like for me, because I was living in Dubai, then I came back to Kenya for my interview. So for that type of situation, you must have 2 good conducts. One, for any place which you've lived more than 6 months. So I had to get myself my good conduct from Dubai, and I had to get my Kenyan good conduct. And for all these documents, you take them to the interview
Yeah.
and you present them.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a good conduct of somewhere you've lived, maybe you've lived outside Kenya for some so and so months or years, they'll need that good conduct. If you don't have, they'll put your case for to administrative processing,
Yeah.
or even they can deny you. You know, some other consular officers, maybe that day they woke up in a bad mood, they'll just disqualify you. They'll be like, if you don't have that good conduct, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
we cannot issue you the visa.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better to save yourself time and have both of the good conducts. That is if you've lived outside, but if you're in Kenya, you should have like less than 4 months with you
Yeah.
when you're presenting it, because they'll take the documents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for Western Maritime, what are the minimum required amount in terms of course due on Japan? Do they have like the minimum amount?
For
They
the
asked about like okay, how much money you have that shows like you will be able to.
that comes in. That's what I said. It comes through the I-134.
Mm,
If you have the I-134, and maybe because most people, maybe you are unemployed
yeah.
or you doing your business.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel like your business and your bank statement
Yeah.
cannot support you,
Mm-hmm.
or it's like a minimum amount,
Yeah.
what you can do, kindly contact your host
Okay.
or your sponsor
Yeah.
to sign the I-134 for you.
Okay.
But if you have a good business or you're employed, that shows that you've been doing something
Yeah.
and you can prove it. Maybe you can show your bank statement. This is my transactions.
Mm-hmm.
I have maybe land I can liquidate.
Mm-hmm.
I have a vehicle, I can sell it
Yeah.
and use this for my upkeep.
Mhm.
They'll take that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Hope you're asking if they will ask you how much or how if you know the the country that you are going into. Will they ask about that?
Which way? Where's the question?
This question here.
Mm.
So I was asking if they will ask you the country that you are going into. Right here.
Do they ask how well you know the country? No, no, they know. They'll not ask you.
So they don't ask any question about okay if you know the country.
Yeah. What they ask you is your host name. Those are the most important thing you must know. Your host name, their marital status, their job, and the address of where
Okay.
you're going.
Yeah.
Most importantly is the address.
Address.
And you should not even mix any word. If it's 201 Jogo Road, box this and this, it should be exactly as it reads on your DS260. Don't miss even a word, because that is what it reads.
Yeah.
And that shows that you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Vivian Jepchitri, we must be there soon. This is so together. I think once they open the lottery, we should feel together. Yeah.
Oh, she has a good question.
Yeah.
Haya, nitapata aje good conduct ya Dubai?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
For the Dubai good conduct, what you do, you go to the Dubai police website.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to that website, you log in.
Yeah.
On top, there'll be like services on their website.
Yeah.
You log in, you go to services,
Mm-hmm.
then it will take you to a place where it says application for good conduct.
Yeah.
So when you click on that, it will take you to the application for the good conduct. What you do, you have to pay for it. So you'll have to enter your debit card or your credit card.
Mm-hmm.
You don't pay by cash. It's a wire transaction.
Yeah.
You put your credit card number, you put your security code number, you pay. Then after, it takes like, for mine, it took like 4 days.
Okay.
Then they send it to your email address, because there's another, before paying, there are the steps. You'll put your name, your address, blah blah blah, and your email address. So if everything is correct and you're clean, they'll send you a good conduct via your email address, and you print it out and you take it to the interview. So everything is online. For Dubai good conduct, go online, apply, pay, wait for it. They send it They send it to you to your email address. You print it out. You carry it to the interview.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Keon, you're saying Naomi, you nurses lasema NCLEX results na inafanywa India ama South Africa. That's correct. That's correct. And again, as I was saying, we already are talking with someone who went through who came through that nursing program, and she will be able to come and tell you guys exactly all this information in details. Okay. How do they pick the lottery? So it's just as the name suggests, it's random. It's
It's a random
computer based.
selection. Yeah.
So it's like how you go and then you just enter, and then the computer will pick it. So it doesn't involve human being. It's just like it's computer based.
But the catch also comes in the computer, it has been set up to automatically
Yeah.
disqualify people who, like, if you have a wrong picture, if you enter
Mm-hmm.
your submission for your application, if you have the wrong picture, automatically you'll be out.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the basics.
Yeah.
Make sure your first application, your first entry, everything is correct.
Yeah. And Pope, you saying so it's better you present what you have. Correct. So
Correct.
just go, don't say anything that you are in progress. Say everything, like everything that you already have in hand. And then Auma unasema Keon nasikia kesa alikuwa wapi? Yeah. Guys, and that's why we're bringing you all these people who have this information. So you will get a lot of information in here, guys. As I told you, I am big, and as always, I'm saying information is power, and that is why we are here every day to bring you information. And I told you it can be repetitive. Sometimes you will be hearing things that I have talked about before, but I say I introduce you to this information, and I will try my best to bring guests who have first-hand information on these processes. That way, you will exactly have all that you want for you to succeed throughout the journey. Because if you miss anything, then that means you are also missing a chance. So, guys, I want you to stay tuned, stay focused, and if you haven't, like watched the past videos, we have already talked about so many things in the past that are important. So, check out. Don't if you are new, go check out our past videos. We are continuing. Community Benson, you say today's topic is so nice. Everybody should listen carefully. Listen carefully, make notes because come 2 months in 2 months to come, you will need this information and you will be asking yourself, you know what? I think they have said this about this, but I wish I'd have write it down. So this is it's high time you make notes. It's high time you make notes. Celine Mase na nitatoa wapi hiyo good conduct. So I think he's already talked about code conduct, how you can get it, be it like in the country or if you are like in another country.
For Kenya, you just go to the DCI.
Yeah.
For DCI, you get your fingerprints taken.
Mm-hmm.
Then in 1 week's time, you go get your good conduct from Kiambu Road. I think it's Kiambu Road. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You go get your good conduct.
Yeah.
For Kenya, it's quite simple.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, how much do you pay? Last time, I think it was 1,400, 1,000
never
when I
had
did the
one.
process.
During my time, they didn't require any. So
I think for Kenya is 1,000. I think 1,600,
Mhm.
if I'm not wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
It's not past 2,000. Maybe if they're changed.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so and Keon Uski Kespia alitoka Dubai, he might be of importance. Yeah. And guys, if you're struggling to get any of the information, reach out because like we are diverse, we are connected, and like we can always reach to people here and there, and you can have the information that you need. And I think Michael can bear me witness through connection and information. I think he's a key witness. Wow. And So Celine, okay, yes, I can goche and chipu. Okay, I think he has already talked about how you can carry it if you are in Dubai. Michael P. unasema don't calculate money, work for entry first, i.e. green card, visa, education, invitation, conference, ECT. Exactly. These things we say step by step. Let us take step at a time, and we will, we will be there. Don't start thinking about uh, step number 10
And
before you
you
do step
start
number
one.
one. That is, and I told you, always start with step number one. Once you're done with step number one, you go to step number two, step number three. And that is why we are here every day, so that if you have any questions, if you want to ask to clear, you missed an information, in one of the lives or in one of the videos, we are here and you can ask, and we are here to respond to
I can
any question.
I can say something on that. Don't calculate money.
Mm-hmm.
For that, what you've said, it's quite true. But I can say something else.
Mm-hmm.
If you have been selected,
Mm-hmm.
I won't lie to you. If you have a family
Mm-hmm.
and you are by yourself, also,
Mm-hmm.
you'll need money because for the process, first of all, you have to pay for your medical fee.
Mm-hmm.
And for your medical fee, for me, it was around 30,000.
Yeah.
That's for a single person.
Mm-hmm.
That is medical fee.
Yeah.
So make your calculations. Maybe you have a family of 5. So everybody has to pay for their own medical cost.
Yeah.
So 5 times 30. After that, keep in mind, when you've been issued or you have not been issued the visa,
Yeah.
also you have to pay for the visa fee.
Yeah.
And the visa fee right now, I think it's $180.
Yeah. It depends on what's like student visa.
Mm,
I just paid 26,000.
you see?
Yeah. So
So if you've been selected and you're going through the process of being confirmed as a winner,
yeah.
make sure you have funds set aside.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are booked in for your medical checks, they don't take any word like I'll pay next week,
Tomorrow.
I'll pay tomorrow. No, you must have your cash at hand.
Yeah.
You check in your daughter, you check in your son, you check in your wife,
Yeah.
you check in your husband, yourself.
Yeah.
You go do the test,
Mhm.
everything comes in correctly, you get your medical records.
Yeah.
They give you a copy, and the digital copy, they send it to the embassy.
Yeah.
So if there's any discrepancy, if there's any problem, they'll get back to you
Yeah.
in maybe a week's time. If there is, because when I was doing the process, I had a friend, he had an issue with his blood. So he had to go back again, get rechecked, but they said it was not a big problem. They can work through it.
Mhm.
But if you have like TB, as I said, then it will be another difficult step to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So funds, when you are selected, make sure you have funds set aside for the medical and your visa fee.
Mhm.
Just keep that in mind because you
Yeah.
need funds.
Mhm.
And also your flight,
Yeah. Exactly.
because you have to book your flight. The good thing about like an immigrant visa, you don't book back and forth like
Yeah.
2 ways.
Yeah.
You only book one way.
Yeah.
So it's a
It's
bit
quite
cheaper.
cheap. Yeah.
It's a bit cheaper, but also it's you have to pay. So
Yeah.
you have to have the funds for your medical,
And
your visa
everything.
fee, and your flight
Mhm.
at hand.
Okay, file unasema Celine, in case atupe connection ya tupa asking for myself and others. All
Sure, no
right.
problem.
Thumbs up video family. Thank you so much. And Pop Mutayo unasema eCitizen is the best way to apply good conduct. There you go. You see, guys.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
telling you, we are getting
Oh,
some of these
I forgot.
questions that you have. We have people with answers, and that's why I'm saying we all here. We are all here to educate one another, because one information I don't know, but you have the answer.
Yes.
So, and that is why we are here to discuss. We are here to discuss. So if you have if you see someone asking, even in comment section, if you see someone asking a question and you have an answer, please by all means go ahead and like answer them
Yes.
in the comment section. Chirchir, you say there is a lot of questions hard to comprehend. So yeah, a step-by-step process. Try to write it down and ask those questions, because as we go along, we will be answering any question that comes, in our screen. All right. Let
Oh, she's asking. I think she's asking for the unalipa ngapi. Are you asking for the Dubai police clearance?
Probably.
Mm, I'm not. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. It was around 150 dirhams.
Mm,
That's Dubai currency. 150 dirhams. So if you're in Dubai, you know how much that is.
yeah,
You can do the calculation. I don't know the exchange rate right now, but
yeah.
it was roughly 150 dirhams.
Alafu, Bob, how long does the visa interview take? So it varies. It depends. So my interview will be different with his. So it depends on the questions that they will
Yes.
ask you. So it's not uh it's not like a time, like it doesn't take the same time. I'll just say interview time will vary based on how much information you put
Yes.
in your
And
DS260, because that is
mm,
very much what they will be asking you is going through your DS160. So if
and
you have kids, for example, right,
yes,
and
that's
I
what I
don't
was
have a
coming to.
kid,
Yeah. It
so
will be
mine will be,
easier for me
yeah,
than you because they
exactly,
have lesser questions to be asked.
yeah. So,
Another thing, even if you are married,
uh
just to save you time, what I can advise you, okay, you can bring your marriage certificate, but the other thing which I can advise you to bring with you, carry even your photo album,
yeah,
your marriage pictures.
mhm,
In case there's any doubt, you can take a picture, show them.
yeah,
This is when we had our wedding.
mhm,
You can even show pictures with you and your family hanging out,
yeah,
maybe at a picnic, just to make it more solid
yeah.
that this is not a planned
It's
marriage.
it's like a more it's more proof, and
Yes,
yeah. So,
because that's what they ask.
mhm,
How long have you been married?
mhm.
And maybe you find a consular officer who maybe has a bad day. They'll be like, do you have any other supporting documents
Yeah,
other than your marriage certificate to prove that these are your kids
yeah,
or this is your wife? So what do you have? You have your pictures.
yeah,
You come with your photo album.
mhm,
Open it to them. Give her.
yeah,
Show her the pictures. She'll check.
yeah,
Yeah, it's legit. They have
exactly.
been married. These are their kids
Mhm,
growing up.
yeah.
So they'll not have any other reasons to disqualify you.
I really hope you guys are, like, taking
Mm,
these questions seriously,
yeah.
because for sure these are the questions that, they will, you will fail if you miss it, because if they ask you and you don't have any proof, and then it's,
It delays you.
easiest way
It
to
delays
get
you.
denied. So take these questions very, very seriously. And Coach, I think I
Kids, I
will
will
have
add
to
those into.
apply and pray. Yeah, just, you
Yes.
know, apply and pray. And, like,
Mhm.
God always has his time.
Yes.
He'll add those. But, like, again, we say everything that you present to must have a proof.
Mm, yes.
Okay? Michael, for green card application, make sure you submit separately with your spouse to keep high chances of win.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
That's a
because
good
it's
advice.
like,
Yes.
instead of applying for one, in like apply for two people in the same, you can apply one, and then you can add,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good that's a good information. That's
Yes.
a good piece of information,
Mm.
Michael. Me nataka ya na ya guest.
Number, I guess. That mean she's
Ama number, yeah. Namba ya guest. Hiyo itakuwa hii nje ya tent.
you might end.
Nyuma ya tent, eh. Hello guys, sorry for joining late. Thumbs up video after interview. Will you have to sit for the exams? No
There's
exams.
no exams. DV lottery is one of the easiest American visa you can ever get. Ask me why. Because it's all about submitting your documents
What you have.
and coming in person and
Mhm.
verifying that
Yeah.
it's you.
If you can prove yourself,
That's it.
that's it.
There's no exam, there's no English test,
Yeah.
nothing.
And then Kevin Kibet, you say hello everyone, hello. And then US coming soon, Posi Kipensi. All right. Ask those questions, guys, because this is the time. This is the time. Bob, are we still connect? We are still connecting. The network is almost complete. Have earned a lot of information. Exactly. And it's connection, guys. It's connection. You see? And when
It's
we talk of connection, it's as simple. When you are connected, you can easily access different things because you don't have to struggle. You just have to make a phone call. You know,
mhm,
you see
very
how Ben did. He reached out. I remember. I don't know if you guys remember when he was asked in P. I don't know if you remember when he was insisting to get my number during one of the lives. But because of the information that he needed, and information is power. And you see, Ben, I connect with other people. He got the information that he needed. He also connected with the case. He got the information that is needed. So it's as simple as that: making texting or making a phone call, and you get all this information. And that's why I'm saying, don't go get stranded in somewhere when only to realize one of you is just living next door and you are sleeping outside,
mhm,
right?
yeah.
So it can happen. You can go and get stranded at the state. You miss a car, like a bus to somewhere, or you miss a plane to somewhere, but you never know. Someone might be just leaving 1 mile from
Mm,
where you are, and it always take that phone call, that text, hey guys, I'm stranded here and there. And then what I'll be like, I think I know someone who is like in our lives. I think there is someone I know who lives there. Let me reach out. And I will reach out. And before you know, guys, we get help that we need. So information is a broad topic. If you talk about it, you can talk about it hours and hours. You can never exhaust. And I can never even finish emphasizing how much important is information is. Uh, Again, I applied good conduct in 2016, Nelly, and
we
it live
leave
at
at
10,
10:30.
10:30. Okay, so it's not probably maybe around
I think with
1400,
the
1500
e-citizen,
right now.
it's cheaper
Yeah,
because at my time there was no e-citizen. I
mm,
think the system was not yet
yeah,
up and
up
running.
running.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Michael P. was saying Wesley Maritime interview day is exam day. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That is exactly. If you can answer those
You
questions,
can
which
prove yourself.
basically they will ask stuff that you know. They ask you what you know because you are the one who is feeling DS 260.
60.
So whatever information you put in DS 260, if you can answer
All
before
right.
when you go to the interview, if you know all that information,
That's it.
and then you go to the interview, they'll be asking you questions that pertains to what you write.
It's like
They
asking you
never
about you. So,
exactly. They never ask you anything out of what you wrote
mm.
in DS
And
what.
then another good thing, maybe I can shout it out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when the consular officer asks you a question, don't over explain yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Ask what you've been,
And
answer what you've been asked.
exactly.
Because some people try to explain and talk too much.
The more
Don't
you
talk too
talk,
much. Be short and precise.
yeah,
If they ask you, what is your host address number? Say the host number, keep
that's it.
quiet.
Yeah,
What is your host name? Host name, keep quiet.
yeah,
What is the name of this? And say the name, keep quiet.
yeah,
Don't start explaining yourself. It looks like you're trying to create something else.
yeah.
Just be short and precise.
Mhm.
Ask, answer the question, and that's it.
Yeah,
Don't start talking. There's no time for conversation there. There are people in line,
yeah,
and there are so many people waiting. So the
uh-huh.
consular officer, they don't have time.
Yeah,
And the faster you do it, the more it looks more legit.
yeah.
Like
That's
you
it.
know what you're doing,
Mhm.
everything is in check and correct.
Yeah,
That's it. Don't talk too much. Say
ex-
what you're asked. That's
exactly.
it.
Mhm. Hello guys. Cyril, you say hello guys. I am present, but Mengia Sasa. Okay, thank you so much. Uh, hello. Okay, Kevin, Michael P. I greet you, sir. We arrived safely. Thanks for your warm welcome. You see, that's what we are talking about connecting, guys. Kibet and P and Bernard, and I think they had good time yesterday and the day before. So keep connecting, because you don't know when the person to your left or right will be of importance.
Mhm.
You will only know when it happens. Kevin, how was your flight? Okay. Selina kipata nitalipa juu najua atanita. Okay. All right. Caleb nasema, what are some of the documents they will require to fill in TS260?
Hmm. So the documents which they mostly require, it's your, if you say if you have a family,
Mm-hmm.
for instance,
Mm-hmm.
you'll just enter the details.
Yeah.
But when you're submitting the documents, you
Mm-hmm.
must have the, if it's a birth certificate, make sure you have it.
Yeah.
Because you cannot say you have like a child and you don't have their birth certificate.
Yeah.
And the birth certificate, obviously, it has your name and your spouse name.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like it's a legit document.
Mm-hmm.
Other thing,
Yeah.
if you said if you've been through high school,
Yeah.
you must have your high school documents.
Mm-hmm.
That's
The
very
documents.
important.
Yeah.
If you have associates, if you have a bachelor's, make sure you have your papers,
In
your
hand.
documentation.
Yeah.
You cannot say I've graduated Nairobi, University of Nairobi in medical and you don't have the certificate to prove it.
Yeah.
So that disqualifies you, because those are the simple things they check
Mm-hmm.
just to verify, are you saying the truth
Yeah.
or you're trying to make a story.
Mm-hmm.
You get?
Yeah.
So documents are very important.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll really, really insist,
Mm-hmm.
don't say or don't lie on your DS260.
Yeah.
And don't change anything the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
The day, the moment which you made your first entry, make it consistent.
Yeah.
Nothing should change.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes maybe if you, there's a question which people ask, maybe I apply for my DV lottery, then for instance I get pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
You get? So do I add the child who's about to come in my application?
Mm-hmm.
That is a good question, but the thing is, at the moment, it's really a tricky question,
Mm-hmm.
because at the moment you don't have the child.
Yeah.
So that one, people should look into that.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
All right. Picha inafaa ikue aje. I think we talked about the
The picture,
picture,
yeah.
but if you can.
The picture should be, first of all, white background,
Mm-hmm.
2 by 2,
White background, 2 by 2.
2 by 2.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you are like your normal self, no jewelry, no makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's makeup, just make it like normal makeup. Don't overdo anything.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure everything is visible. Your eyes, your ears,
Yeah.
everything is visible.
Yeah.
But if you go to a photo studio who have been used to taking such type of pictures, they'll guide you.
Mm-hmm.
And also, before going to take the picture, make sure you go through the website, check what type of picture is required,
Yeah.
so that even before taking the picture, you tell the guy, I need this such and such type of picture, is for a DV lottery.
Yeah.
They'll know what to do,
Mm-hmm.
so that you don't disqualify yourself. If it's a wrong picture, trust me, when the system is running for selecting people,
They'll
you'll be
kick you
kicked
out.
out.
Yeah.
You'll be kicked out immediately.
Yeah. So these are, guys, these are like little important details. Picture, picture. That's the first thing that will get you disqualified. Because as we say, it's a system, and all these systems, they are set in a way they can, like the as per the requirements, because all that information are given for a reason. So make sure your picture meets the requirement that is in the website.
Mm-hmm.
Kibed, while the fly was well, sometimes nilikuwa nasikia to my heart fitting inside my toes instead of my ribcage. Yeah, first time to fly can be hectic, but with time, several times you travel and then you get used to. Okay, sawa, that's affordable, cheaper. I'll work on it next year in case nichaguliwe. Okay. Yeah, don't say in case, just
Be hopeful.
apply,
Mm-hmm.
apply, and just say, come May, I'll be starting my uh, my application. Or yeah, just submit the entry and then get ready, prepare for the application. All right. If dreams
Photoshop your
come true.
marriage. Photoshop your marriage photos.
Yeah,
She's funny.
exactly.
Eh?
Thank you, Serene. Okay. Indeed, better things are on the way to my side. Yeah, keep connecting, guys. Keep connecting because, as I said, you never know the importance of uh, the person that is here until you know you run into, and then you'll be like, okay, that's the reason why we are insisting on connecting. All right. Sarah Jemueno, thank you so much for joining. Guys, we really appreciate you joining and coming to listen to this information because we don't if we don't have people listening and then it'll be in vain to uh, just talk here. Um, Celine, you are saying 2 days ago I was doing my research on scholarship. I came across a number of again. I noticed one should have already applied for scholarship, received call, call and called before applying for an educational. Was I right? Is that complete? So you say you are doing research on scholarship. So were you looking for an academic scholarship or an athletic scholarship? Because I know for education academic scholarship the process is different, but for athletic scholarship you just if the school has accepted you and given you a scholarship and you've signed, you have accepted the terms of the scholarship, and then they send you a high 20. But for academic, it's quite different. It's quite different, but also they will give you a scholarship or grants. So you also have to do an application. You have to sign the, like you have to accept the scholarship. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
when they give you a scholarship, it's it's not a scholarship until you accept.
Okay.
So you have to sign.
Mhm.
So if you don't sign, and then
It's not.
it's not
Yeah.
already like a scholarship.
Confirmed.
Yeah. So you have to sign, and then now once you sign, that means you have agreed, with the terms of the scholarship. So Celine, I don't know which type were you applying. Is it for an academic or for an athletic? All document must be original. Yes,
Of
exactly.
course. Of
So
course.
you submit. So whatever you submit, those are copies. So when you submit, those are copies. But during the interview, you have now to take the originals of
No,
all the
when you
or which
am I
one?
correct?
Uh-huh.
When you are submitting your documents,
Yeah.
because you have to send your documents to KCC.
Uh-huh. So
When you
you
are scanning your documents,
yeah.
because you have to scan your documents
Mhm.
and send them to KCC
Yeah.
for verification
Mhm.
of your certificates and all that, your birth certificate, your high school credential.
Yeah.
So what you do is make sure your scanned documents are original with the seal
Mhm.
and stamp. If it's a KCSC certificate,
Yeah.
the original one, not a photocopy.
Yeah.
Everything should be original.
Uh-huh. That's
You're,
when you are scanning.
you're scanning and you're sending your documents.
Yeah.
That's another step.
Uh-huh.
When you get the letter of like confirm, after you're confirming,
Mhm.
you are confirming is through the DS260.
Okay.
So well, filling the DS260, you have already initialed everything.
Yeah.
Like I have this and that school,
Mhm.
I have spouse.
Yeah.
So when the DS60 has been confirmed,
Mhm.
so you have to they'll send you another letter
Mhm.
with a link so that you have to submit the documents.
So you upload now the
So you
one you had
upload,
scanned.
yes.
Okay.
So you scan, upload, send it to them.
And then what about during interview? Are you supposed to take those documents?
Yes.
So you take
Everything.
also
Yes.
those
Just to
documents.
verify, because you can maybe do like Photoshop, you can edit through, their softwares.
Yeah.
You can make a certificate, but there they are well versed with knowing if it's original or a fake document. Even if you bring a fake
Yeah.
title deed,
Mhm.
they can tell. because they are professionals. They have been doing that job
for a long time.
So everything must be original.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you have to cheat the system, trust me, it will not work.
Yeah.
It will just slow down your process and they'll deny you.
Yeah.
So make sure everything is right. And don't cheat.
And everything that you submitted, make sure you have it in hand when you're going for the interview.
Even carry additional documents.
Yeah.
If you feel they can ask for this, keep it in your pocket. Make sure you carry everything.
Because also, I feel like you can get a document maybe last minute.
Yes.
You have already submitted, but maybe you are in the process. You are in school when you applied and when you feel, and then now you've graduated.
Yes.
You now have
the certification.
Yeah. So you carry that with you also. Or if you don't carry it, then don't mention.
Yes.
you either mention it and you have a proof, or you don't mention. Yeah.
Yes, that's the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Si kes akuche Kenya Eon. Shukrani Faljemu for welcoming me. Thank you so much, Nikos Koeche, for joining, and always subscribe and keep that notification button so that when we go live, you will be notified and you will not miss off any of our videos. And again, if you are new here, guys, visit and see where we've started, because we've come a long way. We've shared a lot of information. So also we have shared a lot of fun videos. So I think we will have to shoot one fun video soon too. It's been a while. Let me see. Okay. Seems like I scroll all the way. Okay, I think I just want to make sure, guys, I'm not skipping. I don't want to skip any information that we need to address. I see people, they are greeting each other and connecting, which is good. All right. P, you're saying, can anyone apply for U.S. Army without green card? This is best guys like Kevin Gibet. He's still young. No, you have to have a green card nowadays. That's one of the requirements. You have to have a green card. Yeah. Permanent residence. White background, very true. Very true. Okay, so US maisha raha na kunywa soda pole pole tu huku warabuni unateseka. Case can attest to this. It's so hot, so we got to, and then when like when you talk, you become dehydrated. So that's why, because when you talk, you tend to, I would say, breathe out a lot, and now you're losing the moisture, and also so you need to take in more water to replace what also you are losing. And also again, it's hot, so you got to drink, keep drinking. Let's keep our eye and ears open. When the lottery is open, let's inform each other. Yes, for sure. We will also tell you guys when it opens, because my visa is in process. I will fly to US next year. Thank you so much, and we can wait to see and welcome some of you guys here. All right, Michael, na KRA inahitajika kweli?
No, what do you mean by care? The pin
KRA
or what?
pin, probably.
No.
I don't think there is anywhere you feel it.
They didn't ask me that.
Okay.
Because you are coming to the States with an immigrant visa, not a non-immigrant.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Penan Mutai, this time lottery will be mine. Amen. 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 And then Kibet, of course, Michael, Nokia Rapin needed. Guys, I told you all these, answers you will get, and thank you guys for answering in the comment section. That shows how we care for each other, and like you guys are following like the proceeding in life. That's really good. Talk about marriages. What if I have two wives? Will it be included? That's a good question.
To okay.
That's a
I,
good question. I haven't had an experience of that nature, so I don't really talk much about that because I
well,
haven't have any. I haven't heard about it.
that one maybe you go through a what? What is the name? Attorney.
Mhm.
You can go through an attorney. Maybe they can advise you on that.
Yeah, we don't really have.
For that.
I haven't seen a situation like that.
Because here in the states is monogamy.
Yeah,
It's like
monogamy. Yeah,
one man, one lady. So
and
they
then
want
Kenya
it to
is
be like you're trying to bring somebody else
yeah.
into the mix, of which is
That's a tricky and that's a good question
a
though.
good
But we'll
question.
we'll do research on that and
Yeah.
we will get back to you. Thank you so much, Ben, for that. Great information doing my paperwork. Thank you so much, Shakis. Yeah, make sure you write down. These are very important and like a good topic. And we never you never know. We might not have another time like this to come and talk about.
Mhm.
And in 2 months you will be applying. So you better write down all this information. Um, Kikosi pen mutao ukifaulu waambie hawa watu mimi ni firstborn wako ndio twende pamoja. All
Yeah.
right, as Chemu unasema sali US nasikia hakuna hata kupiga sherehe, ni kazi tu. Yeah, ni
Mhm.
kuchapa kazi. And then Pop Mudao unasema if I have a family, my wife should also participate in the lottery or I'm the one to apply and include my family. So I think that is one of the things that someone had mentioned before, like increasing the chances you can apply separate and then
Separately.
you'll add when you're doing the
Mhm.
application. So during entry you can apply separate and then during application is when you the purpose of actual like DS160 is what to basically like now that is when you go and fill in your
The
information
particular,
and there
yeah.
is if there is anything now that you want to include that you did not include when you made the entry is
Yes.
now the time.
That yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can apply separately, and that increases it because if one wins, they can add the other,
Mhm.
and it'll be interesting
Yeah.
if both of you win. I don't know
Yeah.
that will play out.
The
You will come
chances.
separate. You come separate or how? That's a question that can
Yeah, it's a
happen. You
good
both of
question.
you can apply and then
Mhm.
you win, and then yeah. I don't know how it will go after that, but
Yes.
yeah. So and Kiposke, Pen Muda anasema Kiposke should be documented. Yeah, everything guys, like whatever you write or whatever you submit must have a proof.
Yes.
So it's either having a proof
Or
or
don't say,
don't
don't
mention,
mention.
don't put it anywhere.
Don't
So
mention.
two things: you either put it and have proof it, or don't mention it.
Yeah.
All right. Shakis. Okay, so real unasema Michael, what about certificate of good conduct? I think we have talked about certificate of good conduct several times. One of the places you can apply is at
E-citizen.
eCitizen,
Yeah.
or you can go at
I think now because
so
it's
everything is now being
you just
taken.
create an account for e-citizen, you register yourself, you make the payment online, then they'll send you the copy
Okay,
of your good conduct.
so it's very easy, very
Yeah,
easy.
e-citizen done everything to be quite easy.
Uh,
But I think you must come in for your
Fingerprint.
biometrics,
Yeah.
for your fingerprints.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, it was okay, pen well, Mugu. Okay, and continue praying. All right, let's see. Mutai. Bob Mutai anasema, is the green card lottery for study only or go both working? Yeah, it's for everyone. It
Yeah.
doesn't require so the minimum
That's a good
requirement is
question.
a certificate, form for
Mm.
certificate. So, but anyone can apply.
Yes.
Because you can come and you can come here and you can decide to go to school. You go to school, you can come here, you decide just to work, you can come and work. So it's really that is a good the good immigrant visa that you can have. It
Uh,
can give you
mm.
both like left and right
Yeah.
info like chances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question, because in my case, the consular officer,
Mhm.
she was a lady. She asked me after like all the questions. The last question was, "So, what are you planning to do in the United States of America?"
Mhm.
So most of the consular officers, they try to ask you to gauge you. Where is your thinking? What is your expectation?
Mhm.
So by saying that, you must have a rough idea. If you say you are coming to school, you must know,
Mhm.
because school here in the States is not cheap.
Yeah.
So if you say school and you're not able to sustain or provide for your school fees,
Mhm.
you must think about that,
Mhm.
about saying that.
Yeah.
For like us, we said you are coming to work for the government, you see?
Yeah.
So that is easier. I'm going to look for, maybe I'll enlist, I'll join the army, I'll do the navy, I'll do the air force,
Yeah.
just as a token of appreciation for the government giving me this chance
Yeah.
to come in as an immigrant.
Yeah.
As a token of appreciation, I'll fight
Do
and
this.
defend the United States of America.
Yeah.
They get happy and they approve your visa.
Yeah, you
So you
should
have,
have something that
to
like what
say.
for in every, so I will say like this, in every interview, right? That's a question. It doesn't even just necessarily that can be even when you're going for your interview. And I think
Mhm.
we talked about this before, right? So that question will come, right?
Mm.
They will ask you all these questions, and then they will say, okay, so for example, for an interview,
Mhm.
not green card, they will say, so
What is the
what will you bring?
expectation? Yeah.
Yeah, what will you bring to the company?
Yes.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So that question is everywhere. So even when you're going for green card interview,
Mhm.
they will ask you that question. So what will
What
the
is
organization that is giving you this opportunity benefit from you?
true?
Yeah.
True.
And so Ben, you asking, are they keen on checking criminal records? Yes.
Mhm.
So everything is on the system. So they want to make sure like you are clean. You don't have any
Criminal
wrong.
record.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
they check that. Benson, what are the requirements when it comes to application of a green card? Is passport a must? I think Benson, you came late after we already discussed. So I'll just like summarize about that. And if you want more info, we talked about, in the video. So passport is not required when you are submitting
The
your entry.
entry. Yeah.
But now when you are selected, when you want to fill the TS260,
You
that
need your
is now
passport.
when you need your passport. So
Yes.
it is, I will say generally, yeah, it's required because
Mm.
it once you get selected, it's time to apply. So you
Yes.
should be having it. So, but it's not a must when you do the entry in October, November.
Mhm.
But now when come May, if you're selected, you
You
better
must have
have
your
that.
passport.
Yes. Ben, are you involved in any crime? Yeah, yeah. So they check everything, guys. What about if you in CRV? I
I
mean,
mean,
you
you have
have a lot
lost.
of loans here, and so is you already a liability. That's yeah. That's basically it.
Yeah.
So those are the things that you have to check.
But I don't think they run that
They
system.
don't
For the
check. Yeah,
CRB, they don't check.
yeah. They don't check. But
The most important thing is your criminal record
mhm.
and your documents,
Yeah,
your birth certificate, your traveling document, of which is your passport.
yeah.
They should be correct.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Pen. Michael B. who says so real good conduct is needed after winning green card, especially time of interview. That's correct.
Yes.
Because kefal penye na plan kuoa pipi watatu. Wow. Ben hata sita. Utaki because you are still young, utafikisha one. Okay. Watu wanasalimiana. Okay, kion kes nimepiga magoti. Tuachane nikifika. Hapo tunacheka tu sahi. Ujumi ya utaita almost success for every because almost success for everything. Okay. Because almost any pharmacy technician in the room and tafute. Yeah, connect guys. If you
Mhm.
like there is anyone or you have some information, you know, don't be shy. Reach out and you will get what you need.
True.
Kuna vacancy mahali ya pharmacy tech. Yeah, so you see, that is what we were talking about, connection. If you get or if you hear of any opportunity somewhere or where you are working, don't hesitate to help out your brother or your sister. And that is what we are emphasizing here, to help ourselves. If someone like need information, let's give that information. If someone need like a job, and like there is like a job opportunity where you are, connect and get to these people, and like link them with their opportunities. Because okay, Pen Mutai, no, Michael B. Unasema, Mutai Bernard, you don't need a passport when you are making green card application. Yeah, I think we talked about that already. And then B, really, we are here. So Mutai Unasema, B, really, we have argued with many friends about it. So again, you don't need when you make an entry, but you need
When you get
when you
selected.
when you get selected. All right. Almost my friend anakuja hiyo job iko wapi? Yeah, connect and yeah, connect. Did I scroll all the way? I think I was I think I keep it. Yeah, because I remember reading there. Okay,
No makeup.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Celine, I mean kama umewahi fumwa, okay. Pick it Kosciamos, which state are you going to? And then visa, green card, passport. So visa, passport, and green card. Must I have to win all these, or is process that one requires? It's a process. It's process. So for example, right, for you, for you to come, right? So you apply for green card, for example, right? You need a passport for you to travel. Now, if you go for the interview and then they will approve your visa, right?
Yes.
So these are connected. So if you if you apply for green card and then you go for interview, your visa will be approved, right? If you meet the requirements, and then now you need a passport to travel. So
Yeah.
all these are, it's you don't need, you need all of these. Basically, yeah, you need all
And
of these because
for the interview, also you must come with your passport.
yeah,
Because if you get approved, you'll have to leave your passport.
so that they will stamp
Put
visa.
and then you go get it from the DHL. So you need your passport when you're going for your interview. That is very, very
Good
very
question.
important.
Yeah, good question. I like how you guys are keen in asking this question, because we need to clear and clear everything that are lingering in your minds. Um, so na file and explain Mrs. Key. Me Mrs. Key, Key to Aki. Naski. What is it? I have not started yet. What is it, Gaon, that you are not that you're not understanding? Ask, and then we'll verify and we'll explain better. Some saying you have to have a passport before applying. So application is two different, right? So first is the entry that is happening. So you do your application. It's like you are making an entry. It's like an application, kind of, right? Because you have to apply online to enter for that draw.
Yes.
So you apply, submit your application, which is an entry, so that now it goes through the system. And now if you get, like you are lucky, you get selected. Now that is, now you come and do application of DS260. And now that is when you want to have the passport. But when you are making the first application, which is the entry, you don't have to have it. That is. So breaking down, right? Like September, October, no, October, November timeframe, that is when the application for the green card lottery starts. That is when you are making entry.
and make sure you're using the correct website.
Exactly.
Because there are people who are scammers out there. They'll send you an email, you've been selected, you have to make this payment.
Yeah.
For DV lottery, when you get selected, there's no payment you're making.
It's just processes you go through.
When you get selected, when you're doing the processes, that's when you get to pay some amount for your documents and all this. But they'll never ask you for money.
Yeah.
Because people go to the wrong websites, they get conned, you pay somebody and then they take your money. Don't do that.
Yeah. And then so I don't know, are you guys hearing us? I don't know if we are disconnected. I don't know if we are disconnected. Kayon,
Iko sawa sahi.
I mean, sikusikia inakaa network ni mbaya. Iko sawa sahi. Okay, mutaipe that you don't need a passport when you are making green card application. Okay, can you guys hear us? It seems like there was a network problem somewhere because I think Kayon wasn't getting us. So I don't know if you guys are you guys, can you hear us? Okay, where was, okay, all right, there you go. Right there. Okay, my friend Akuya, okay, I think we are ready. Okay, for safety, never post anything against the laws of the country you are going into, especially social platform. They will see exactly. So, and I would say anywhere, like don't, because they say once you post it, it cannot be deleted. You can delete on your end, but we have like
the server,
so they can pull it. So to be, on safe side, don't be, before you post anything, just be cognizant. Think about it think twice before you post anything.
Yeah. Even politically, don't take sides.
Yeah, exactly. Don't. Okay, let me see. I need a mouse. Celine notes. Short note for revision. Thank you so much. Yes, make notes. Kevin, very important in every discussion. Michael, fine. Thumbs up. Mutai, you say let's not look for green card only. Kenya Defense Force advertise some job. Let all try to apply. Exactly. All these opportunities, guys, let's try to, be flexible. If you hear something, just try. Give a try, always.
Very true.
Okay, Keon Mawengo Technical Training Institute. Okay, yeah, let's, connect. If there is job opportunity somewhere, reach out. This information is well needed. Let's share. Thank you so much for response. Michael, I have not started yet. Okay. Okay, Michael, pata nyota ya Ezekiel. All right, Michael, how Michael was, Bernard Mutayo say, Michael was happy about you are welcome yesterday. Be blessed with call it connection. Exactly. That is what we emphasize. Connect. So if you travel somewhere, you will meet with people. And where, okay, Kibet, you asking, and where do I face the interviewers? At my own country or after I've traveled? So that will happen before you leave. It'll be in your country. They have consular offices in every country.
But I can say something on that. If you're maybe abroad, you can still schedule your interview where you are.
Yeah. If
you don't have time to travel, you can, like, if I had that opportunity to schedule my interview in Dubai, I could still do it.
Yeah.
But I felt like, let me go back home and do my interview there, because I had some other documents I had to go pick.
Yeah.
So it depends with how flexible you are. If you are able to do it where you are, do it. If you are abroad, do it there.
Yeah.
They will not disqualify you, because even it looks better on you.
Yeah.
At least you're somewhere doing something.
Yeah.
And you have also what is it called? A travel history.
Yeah.
you've been doing something for yourself. Because some people, they are unemployed, maybe they have never been doing anything, they've never traveled.
Yeah.
So it looks good on you. You are traveling, you are outside the country, and you're working.
Mm.
So it looks good on your record.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. And a pen and buddha scamming is all over. We just need to be extra careful. Exactly. And that's why again, for me, I if I receive, and I think I said this before, right? Because you can get my number in WhatsApp group, but if you text me without an explanation who you are or how did you get my contact or something, at least tell me something. But if you just say hi, I will not reply. So if you are here or if you are my audience, if you're one of my audience and by just maybe you get my number, you know, be a professional. Text me
Mm,
like, hey, this is so
yeah.
and so. I know you from like your channel or from your life. You know, I'm reaching out about this and that, right? That is being professional. But if you say hi,
Mhm.
I don't want to be asking, okay, hi, and then who are you? And then it's just a waste of time
Mhm.
because as he said, it's busy. We are so busy here. It's
Mhm.
like here, this country is a very busy country, and sometimes you can text me, or sometimes when I wake up, I will see 15 texts,
Yeah.
and like, do I really have time to respond to? Not very much. And also, if you're calling, make sure you check the time before really you call because you can call me and it's like 3 o'clock and I'm sleeping. Just politely. Uh, you say, Caroline Tignari, thank you so much for tuning in and thank you for joining. Always, we appreciate you guys coming and be part of this conversation. You say you are a pharmacy technician here. I am. So connect with Amos, and he is saying there is an opportunity at Mawingo Technical Training Institute. I thought you can try. You are like exactly, guys, and that is what like I'm proud to see such like positive vibes and people connecting
Connecting each
other
other.
people
Mhm.
to opportunities, and that is what we are doing here. It's not necessarily have to be outside the country, but it can be within the places that we are working. Let's I always say, don't be I will say what I always say: don't just get information and try to benefit yourself. Get this information and let the information reach to other people because you never know. You can pass information, and 2 3 years down the line, that information can come and benefit you, can come and benefit your family, or can come and benefit your kids. So let's not be like let's not be mean
Mhm.
with the information. Get information passed along. Uh, Kevin Kibe, thanks for answering and elaborating well. You are welcome. And Mutai, you said the problem is the KTF is that they need 1 million for a price. So that's the challenge that we face. That's a big challenge. But hopefully, like someone will step in and like make things better for everyone. Michael B, once again, Philip, who is at your right side, tell him to make intro. I think he already made intro,
Yeah.
but he will make it again. So let me go through this this information and he will make again. I know like other people join after we've started, but he will also again introduce himself because I think Michael P, you have his number, probably the facial expression, and he will tell you exactly who he is. And keep it, Michael. The case is Cosmas again. We were together in the past streaming. No, this is not Cosmas again. It's a different. It's a different case. They people look alike. All right, Mutayo say me and Kevin exercise today, taking domestic flights, so we are ready to come over. Talks about turbulence we experience. Yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah, we will. And that is a thing though. Like so, you see connection.
Mhm.
Ben and Kevin, they already have their first experience. They travel from Kisumu to Nairobi. They had fun. So they will be here soon to come and tell us how what their experience, that
Mhm.
fast flight and turbulence. So yeah, we are eager and waiting for that day.
Yes.
So and then if you can also like come tomorrow, that would be awesome. We can we you can come and tell us tomorrow. All right. Acha nifanye kazi narudi. Okay. Files. It was frightening. So Kisumu should be a fight. Kimu should be a pilot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mutai penala. Leave alone turbulence. Talk of the nature. Na tuwaje Mungu aitwe Mungu. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For free advice to everybody, make sure you belong to one professional field or short courses. Yeah, we encourage you guys. These technical courses,
Mm-hmm.
don't just look and say, you know what, I just want to get like a bachelor's degree and all this. These technical courses,
They
make
come in
use
handy.
of, because again, I'm telling you here, those are the courses they pay, like very well. Okay, Mutai, there is a document I have shared with you. Just forward it to Keyon. Okay, yeah, just connect. And Celine, you say, Michael, very true. And once again, for those who joined after our guest introduced himself, he can also introduce himself again.
Mhm.
It's free. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Once again,
yeah.
I want to say hi to everyone.
For the
It's
second
nice
time.
to see you.
Yeah.
So my name is Evans. I came into the States through the DV Lottery 2020 program. As you all know, that time COVID was at high peak.
Mhm.
So luckily I got selected, or I was blessed.
Mhm.
The thing, after getting selected for the DV 2020, you come to the States the other year. So I came into the States 2021. After that, what else? Through COVID, at that time there was COVID, so there were travel restrictions.
Yeah.
There was the executive order
Mhm.
by President Trump. Luckily, he wasn't re-elected, so Biden came in through and scrapped out the executive order. That's how I was able to come to the States. So for anyone who's trying to go through this process, this is the right time. There are no travel restrictions. And three, we have like a sitting president who likes immigrants.
Yeah.
For me, it was a very difficult process because I had my visa, but I could not travel because there was a ban banning immigrant visa to come into the States. So when Biden was re-elected, that's when I had my opportunity to book my flight and come to the States. And the visa was about to expire because the visa expires at
6 months.
September 30th. If you have not traveled, it's null and void.
Wow.
So I traveled to the States around 15th September. Immediately when Biden was re-elected, that's when I flew. Booked my ticket, flew immediately. So
So
that's
once
a simple, yeah.
once it's approved, it's valid for how many months before?
It's I think it's
It's
six
six
months.
months.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
don't come in through 6 months, but you have to fly
Mm.
before it expires.
Right. That's
And the
like
expiration date is September 30th.
wow.
That's when
So
they start rolling the other year. They
okay.
start counting
So
2024.
if you haven't traveled, then
It's gone.
you get so
You
so
lose your visa.
so guys, that's a good piece of information.
Yes.
So when you get that visa, don't stay and sit and like I'll
No.
take my time and
No.
I will just go when I want to go.
Yes.
No. So if you've had for yourself, if you've not traveled within 6 months when your visa is approved, and
Mhm.
then it's none and void. Again, Michael B, you are asking our guest to introduce himself. Is the person I think I connect you with, the person you talk with, and also I think he has connected you with other people which you get help from.
Mhm.
I will just not, like mention names, but just to let you know him, you've talked with him. It's just you don't know that you've talked with him. But it's the person I connect you with and you've talked with, and he has connected you with other people, which has helped you through the process that you are going through right now. So,
Mhm.
and that's why we're talking about connection.
Connection. It's
Connection,
very
connection.
important.
We can be talking on phone, you don't know me. I know most of the people have known me because I usually come to life. But Again, you can be talking to someone in this forum which you have not seen physically, but you know from the conversation
Yeah.
or from the chats. So, it's nice to connect with people because that's the easiest way to get answers to questions that you encounter each and every day. As you all know, and I always say, no one knows everything, but time, life is a process, and
Hmm.
it's, like every time you are learning. And for me, I like learning because I will learn in this world, and the last time I will say now I have known is the last day. So there is no time you will say now I know everything. No, life is a learning process. Even if you ask those people who have like over 100 years, they still learn. They still ask questions. So make sure you connect. Make sure you make use of information. Oyuge Fidi Umetokia, congratulations. All right, Evans, connect with me. Bob Mutai, okay? And then don't forget to pray for me for success. My buddies, we're praying for you, and
Everything will be
you
okay.
will be all right. Just
Hmm.
follow those, like those things. You already, like you've gone through some of these. That's why you are giving the fresh and fast and information because some of these things that we're talking through, you've already went through. And I promise you will be fine. Just go and do and follow this information that we've given out.
Yeah.
And you know when you will come here, we'll be happy, like come and welcome you. And when you will come also and appear in life, and it'll be a testimony to other people, and also it'll be an encouragement because some of the people actually they don't believe until they see.
Hmm.
So, and that is why I'm saying, make use of information because information is power.
Very true.
Information is power. What other questions do you guys have? Do you have anything that you feel like you want to talk about?
Sharing.
Yeah.
Mm, what I can say at this moment is I want to wish everybody the best of luck. Nothing is impossible.
Mm-hmm.
For the DV lottery, I will try to repeat one more time because it's very crucial.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure your documents are in check.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you have your traveling document, which is your passport,
Yeah.
at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you don't lie on your DS-260. And the other thing, make sure you are safe. Because if you have, God forbid, maybe you get into an accident, if you get a health condition, maybe it will slow your process.
Yeah.
Because they have to run other tests
Mm-hmm.
to make sure if you are fit enough
Yeah.
to make the trip. So that's it. Like, just make sure you're safe, pray to God, and everything will be okay.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
that's it.
transition when you get here,
Hmm.
how was it?
For me,
Yeah.
wow. The what I will tell, I'll try to tell people in the States, there are jobs. That's the good thing about the States. There are jobs, but even if you have a bachelor's degree, they really rely on the American schools. Maybe in Kenya you was a doctor or you was a physician, you are a graphic designer, name it. They won't go with your document. They want like a certification from American school.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I started very humbly.
Yeah.
I did dishwashing.
Mm-hmm.
I did I worked in a flower field.
Yeah.
Then I worked for Amazon. I was a driver
Mm-hmm.
delivering packages.
Yeah.
So they are jobs.
Yeah, of
Then
course.
now
Yeah.
I'm working for the government. So it's all about, and us Africans, we are very aggressive. That
Yeah.
is the good thing about us guys. Because here there are
Chituma.
opportunities. Even if you walk around there, you'll see everywhere. Now hiring,
Yeah.
now hiring.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about you, upon yourself. Go outside there, look for jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll get yourself a job. And don't be content.
Yeah.
Don't be satisfied. always improve yourself, go to school, and look for something better to
Yeah.
to better yourself here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like especially with if you have an immigrant visa,
Yeah.
you can come and work and then go to school at the same time. You
Yes.
just have to balance your time,
Hmm.
and you can enroll in school, go to school, in the morning. It's all about your effort. It's all about how much you put in, because even at work you pay by how much hours you put in.
Hmm.
Majority of the time, how much hours you put in.
Yes.
So it's all about your effort. So I see some people, they just came late and we talked about a lot of information. So if you missed this video, this is one of the important video also in our channel. So please revisit and watch, and you will get a lot of information. Because I see someone inspired for success, you say, how do you get the right photo? And in the past, he talked about like how to get the right photo. So you go to at least people who have done before, and people who knows, or those shops that knows the requirements. And most of the time, if you tell them, I want to apply, they know the requirements.
Yes.
So don't just go to any other shop. Just go to
Or don't
those.
take a selfie.
Yeah, don't take a selfie on your phone and
Hmm.
just start.
The application.
Yeah, exactly. Go to a professional Photoshop that has done it, and more so those shops that have done for people who have applied. And most of these also, because even for passport, they know, like,
Hmm.
because even for passport, it's not just
Yeah.
any other photo, it should
True.
meet the requirement. So make sure you look for those people who have done it over years. Again, we're talking about experience.
Yeah.
Don't just go to a shop which opened yesterday. Of course,
Hmm.
they're still learning, and that is where we start from. We learn, we do errors, but you don't want to be among the people who are, like, who will be, what will I'm missing the word to use, like, we keep, like, every business starts from somewhere. And as you progress, you make a mistake, and then you learn,
From it.
right? But especially for crucial stuff like this, don't be an example. you
Yes.
know
No error for
yeah,
no room for error.
look for people who have been in business for years. They have known, they have done their part, they have done their mistake, and they have already corrected. So just that is what we will say. For you to get the right photo, make sure you go and to those people who have already done it. All right, guys. Unless you guys have any other questions, we are going to end this live. And I'm I hope this was a good informational life, especially as you prepare, uh, like, to apply for your green card lottery in 2 months to come. Even dishwashing and flour pays around how much? Oh, there's a they pay, and
Hmm.
again we say depends on how many hours you put
Hours you
in.
click in.
If you work like long hours, and then you get paid more.
Hmm.
And again, depends on, like, the company also, and the
Yes.
state,
Hmm.
so many factors. So
Hmm.
depending on where you are working at, how much hours you put in, that determines how much you're getting. But again, as he said, there is a lot of jobs. You will not
Yes.
miss
And there's
a
also
job.
room for improving yourself.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Scott Philemon, you say, I have ever and mad work instead. I hope my prayers will come true. Amen. Just all this, information that we are putting out, I'm telling you, it's working. It's helping people. And especially with connection, it's working. I see a
Yeah.
lot of people have been, like, connected. So let's continue encouraging one another. Let's continue lifting one another, and continue sharing ideas and connecting, because that's the way to get to your next step in life.
Yeah.
And again, guys, I want to say thank you so much for honoring. I know it was a last minute, but
Mhm.
I really appreciate. I told
No
you,
problem.
like it was like an hour before we go to live, and you leave everything that you are doing and accept to come and educate this awesome group. And
You're welcome.
I'm very sure, you know, in time to come and years to come, people will
Mhm.
be coming and sharing the testimony
Yes,
about this information that we are giving to them.
very
Because
true.
as you can see, these are a lot. They have a lot of questions, which those are the things that are really a reason why people are not getting all these opportunities. It's just these
True.
simple
Simple
steps
details,
that they
yeah.
are missing, and we
Very
try our
true.
best to come and share. That way, when you go through these processes, it's easier for you guys.
Yeah.
Uh, and Michael, you say everything is possible, and I strongly believe in that.
Mhm.
Everything is possible. Nothing is
It's
impossible.
impossible.
So
Mhm.
just put the right mindset and put work in,
Yeah.
and you will realize the fruits. Again, you say, Kipe, thank you very much, Phil, for uniting us. At least we have friends in every corner of the country. That is our pleasure. That's our
Mm.
pleasure to connect by any way possible, to connect people to their destinies and their opportunities, because that is what I find out when the reason why we started this channel is when we realized that people are missing a lot of information that they need in order to progress and make decisions and also make steps and movement in their lives.
Mhm.
And that is why we take a phone and start a channel. And I see it's working. And
Mhm.
this just the start. We are going, like and in future I'm very sure there'll be a lot of testimonies. And God knows the reason for everything. God knows the reason for everything, and I take that burden to share information and bring people who has information, because educating the community or the society is empowering the country. I don't know if
True.
you guys know that, but educating the community is empowering the country. That is something that is hidden from majority of the people. If we can put our if we can put a lot in of investment in educating the society, the community, in turn, the country
It's a
will
bit.
prosper. So, guys, we're going to end this live, and we will be coming again tomorrow. And again, if you want to be part of the live tomorrow, by all means, come out and reach us. As we say, this is our channel, and we are here to educate one another. No one is taking credit for what we are doing, but we just thank God that He was able to give us this platform that we empower one another. I don't want to take most of your time. I know it's time to sleep for most people. For those who are also working, and I want to wish you all the best, and I want to wish you God blessings, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Bob Mutai, Celine, Michael P, uh, Kevin, and all others, Confilo Monde, and everyone else, Keon, and everyone else who have been here sticking and also asking this question. Because I know for every question that is asked here, I I'm very sure it's not only benefiting that individual that asked, but it's benefiting so many people, because maybe someone else wanted to ask that question. So that is why I say keep asking those questions, and we will answer you guys to the best of our ability. I want to thank you, and I want to wish you all the best and good night. And tomorrow we are coming again, and we have also new things to talk about. Be blessed, and bye bye. Thank you so much.
See you.
See you guys tomorrow. All right.
Wow, that was nice.
Yeah.